Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Intro to Oils class. This is Wendy Haney, and I'm here to kind of introduce you to essential oils. I didn't know a lot about them either, but hang on here. We're going to switch over here to stop sharing my screen. There we go. So I just want to let you know why I'm doing this. I was at a friend's place in Denver last year sometime, and she had something, looked like a little vaporizer, humidifier, something that was sitting on her kitchen counter, and it sure smelled nice. And I said, you know, what is that, and what smells so good? And she told me it was a diffuser, something similar to the one back here that I've got running. Currently, as you might tell with my voice, it's a little scratchy, and so I'm using some lemon and some RC essential oils to help with my throat stuff. And anyway, so she told me about the essential oils, and her husband had been struggling with health issues for a long time, and it was always a struggle for doctors to figure out what was going on also. And so she's a very proactive person. And so she decided to try essential oils. And so that's what she was doing. And the more we talked about it, the more she explained some of the things that it can be used for. And Kevin kind of went, you know, there's some things that he has going on with his health that is also, the doctors are like, you know what, you're one of those few people that this solution is just not helping. And so he's like, well, let's try it. And I kind of had to chuckle, because normally if I had been the one that researched it and went out and said, hey, we should try this for this problem, he would have gone, yep, right. But and since it was his friend that was recommending it and she was using it, he kind of got on board at least relatively quickly as far as me looking into it. So of course, I'm kind of an analytical person, and I need to understand and research it myself. So once we got home, I got online and started researching, because I wanted to know more about what these oils were for and why or how they were supposed to impact health, and then also what the best essential oils were to use. Because I figured if I'm putting something on that's supposed to impact my health, I probably want the best. So in researching, two companies, you know, kept popping up as kind of the top two, and I chose Young Living. It just seemed to be the best one to go with, and it wasn't just about the oils, and that's something actually I discovered later, is that they have a whole variety, and that they promoted wellness, not just oils, but wellness and a healthy lifestyle. And that kind of, you know, resonated with me, that, you know, I think I'm interested in checking it out with Young Living. And so I knew through a Facebook post that a friend of mine used essential oils. I kept seeing posts, and I'm like, I don't know what you're doing with those all the time, but so I reached out to her and said, hey, I know you're using oils, you know, who do you go with, and how do I go about getting them? And wow, discovered that she was a Young Living distributor, so that made it pretty easy. And she said, here, let's get you started with a starter kit. And that's what you'll see back here is a starter kit. And it comes with 11 essential oils and a diffuser, and it's a really great way, easy way to get a good start on figuring out essential oils and giving them a try. And so that's what I did. And got a little bit of a slow start, but once I did, there's a ton of stuff on the internet that, you know, recipes and ideas. And so if you're trying to solve this or that, you know, you just go online and everybody's got an idea. And it's one of those things, though, you try it. And if you find out it doesn't work, you try something else. Like, okay. And then tried a few things for Kevin. It took me a little while to convince him to try something on his heel. And so, but he finally did. And after trying it for a couple of weeks, he's like, wow, that worked. And from then on, it's you know, when he's got a pain of this or that, and I'm like, here, try this. He's much more willing to try it, and which makes it nice. And, you know, so we continue to use them. So with all that said, after I realized the value of them and more about the company, and going to some conferences and hearing some things about, you know, our American unhealthy lifestyle and some of the things that Young Living can do, I wanted to share that with everybody else, especially my friends and family, because I think this is such a great company and with great products and things that you can do that, you know, will really help you. And so I would feel really bad if I didn't share it with somebody, especially a family or friend, and found out later that they were struggling with something that, wow, if I'd shared with them, maybe I could have prevented that or diminished it or helped them with that. So that's why I'm here. And so I appreciate you getting on this Saturday morning. Hopefully you've already got your cup of coffee. I've got mine ready to go. As you can tell, a little bit of scratchy throat here, but we're going to get through this. So once again, thanks for joining me. I'm going to switch over to the slide decks now and introduce you to essential oils and a few other products at Young Living. So what are essential oils? They are the most powerful part of the plant. They are the oils distilled from shrubs, flowers, trees, roots, bushes, fruit, rinds, resins, and herbs. Essential oils are the life force of plants. Plants come from the ground up, and that plant, in that plant, there's oxygen and energy because they are living. If those plants are distilled right, none of that goes dormant. None of it dies. It remains living in a bottle of essential oil. And there's no chemicals in it or anything that's going to make it toxic. Oils are used to support your body, a variety of systems in your body. And oils consist of 100 different natural organic compounds. In humans, they provide support for every system in your body: your skeletal, muscular, circulatory, endocrine, your hormones, respiratory system, and immune system. They support brain health and a healthy weight. They are used extensively for emotions and for spiritual support in your prayer life. Oil in a diffuser can soothe a child's tough day at school and provide a calming effect when you've had a stressful day at work. Oils can be used as an alternative to toxic cleaning chemicals in your home also. You can literally start swapping out every single chemical cleaning toxin in your home to have a pure lifestyle, and you can do it without breaking the bank. There are over 300 oils on the earth, but you really only need 10 to 20 oils to build a good kit. And that's why the starter kit is a good way to start. Don't worry, you don't need to be an aromatherapist to use them. In most cases, you just rub it topically into the skin, and there are three main ways to get the oils into your system. The English apply it topically, as I said, rub it on the skin. The French ingest and cook with them, and the Germans diffuse and inhale, which can be the most effective method because it doesn't have to pass through the digestive system. Right now, as I said, I'm diffusing lemon and RC to kind of help with my immune system. The benefit of a diffuser and doing it aromatically is everybody in the room gets the same benefit. So we've been diffusing this in the living room the last few nights, and it's benefiting both Kevin and I. Daycares, nursing home, and hospices are using this, and they're finding it's a huge impact on people's health. The key thing is that you want to have therapeutic grade oils. And remember, your skin is your biggest organ. Everything you put on your skin is going to be absorbed in it. It has to go somewhere. You can also smell oils. Just, open the bottle. Just get a great scent of it, or just put a drop on your hand and rub it in, and they call that cupping, and just smell it in. And what I am just doing, I'm using Grow, which is supposed to be good for courage, and I could use that today with this class. I love the smell of that. The key thing is that when you smell it, in 17 seconds, it can change your mood. Everyone is different, but it does work that fast. We were at a convention or a conference a few weeks ago, and a doctor was speaking who, there's some machines out there today that you can hook your brain up to it, and they can see in full color what your brain is doing and the impact of doing different things. And it was amazing, the color change in different areas depending on what oil was sniffed. And that change was almost instantaneous, in seconds. And that just like, wow, you know, when you really, you know, it's not just somebody telling you that, well, smell it and you know, it'll change your mood. You know, when you actually see pictures of it changing your brain, it's like, wow, really? Topically, very common. A lot of people are using these instead of perfume. I haven't used perfume for years. My husband's more sensitive to smells, and so I've just decided to stop using perfume. But now, if I want to put something on, a little lemon, a little orange, maybe a little lavender, I can use that, you know, from the essential oil. And a lot of times they're finding out that perfumes are causing headaches, anxieties, and killing healthy cells in our body. And so if you're putting on perfume every day, you know, over time, this builds up in your system. The key thing with oils when putting it on topically is, you know, put it where it's bothering you. If you've got a headache, put some peppermint on your head. You've got a problem with your stomach, rub some Diges on your stomach. You've got a sprained ankle, a sore knee. I've been putting Panaway and Deep Relief on my knee. It's giving me a little bit of a problem. Basically, listen to your body. If it hurts, you know, put something on it. If it doesn't get better in, you know, 15, 20 minutes, put a little more on. It's not like aspirin and other medicines where it's like, okay, don't take too many ibuprofen or you're going to get ringing in your ears. These are natural products. And so, you know, put them on, and if it works, great. If you need a little more, put a little more on. Everybody's going to be different. But don't just think of, oh, wow, it didn't work in 15 minutes. It didn't work in 5 minutes. Oh, these don't work. Give it a try. Put a little more on. Internally, not everyone thinks about taking essential oils internally. They usually think about smelling them or, you know, in the air or topically. But you can get capsules, vegetable capsules, and you just pull them apart and you can put a little oil in there. And so maybe you don't like the smell of something. Diges, sorry, I hate the smell of it. It's awful, but it does wonderful things for my gut health. So every morning or before a meal when I know I'm going out, I put Diges and peppermint in a capsule and I take it internally. I tried it once on my stomach and I walked back into the room and Kevin said, what stinks? So I knew I needed to find another way to get that into my system. And it works. And the more I take it daily, the more it works. So a lot of things there. You can also add it to water. Key thing is stainless steel, ceramic, or a glass container. And so I drink more water now because I put tangerine, lemon, or lime in my water. You know, it's nice. So how do they enter and how long do they last? I talked a little bit about the different ways to get them in your system. And so, but tests have shown that oils reach the heart, liver, and thyroid in 3 seconds when inhaled. They were found in the bloodstream in 26 seconds when applied topically. And then those oils stay in your system and aren't expelled for approximately 3 to 6 hours in a normal, healthy body. The history of essential oils. They were first mentioned by name in the biblical book of Genesis, chapter 37, when Joseph was sold to the slave traders. They carried spicery, balm, and myrrh. Genesis ends with the burial of Joseph's father, anointed with myrrh. Oils are mentioned 1,100 times directly or indirectly in the scripture. Some of the oldest cultures on earth used essential oils. The Babylonians placed some orders for cedarwood, myrrh, and cypress. The Egyptians used essential oils for beauty and embalming, and they have the oldest recorded deodorant recipe made with essential oils. Pakistan and Rome used essential oils in communal bathhouses. They were even used by Christ. We know that Jesus was given gold, frankincense, and myrrh at his birth. Frankincense is sometimes referred to as the coconut oil of essential oils because it has over 10,000 uses. Essential oils were used by the medieval Europeans, many of whom brought oils back during the Crusades. It was only after World War II when essential oils were rediscovered, and the science of their use grows every single year. There are different grades of oils. And in the United States, there is no rating system for essential oils. The closest we get is an FDA requirement that in order to label a bottle of essential pure or therapeutic grade, the contents of that bottle must contain at least 5% essential oil. All oils in the world fall into one of four categories: grade A, B, C, or D. Grade A is therapeutic and made from organically grown plants and distilled at low temperatures, and that is what Young Living oils are. Grade B oils are food grade, but may contain synthetics, pesticides, fertilizers, chemical extenders, or carrier oils. Yuck! Grade C oils are perfume oils that often contain adulterating chemicals. They usually use solvents, for example, hexane, to gain a higher yield of oil per harvest. Solvents can be cancerous and are in many store-bought oils. They may also be diluted 80 to 95% with alcohol. Grade D is called floral water, which is an aromatic only and is usually a byproduct of grade A distillation. After all the oil is pulled out of leftover trash water is sold to companies which will fill 5% of the bottle with this leftover trash water and fill the rest with carriers and label it pure. Grade A is the only true oil. Grade D would be like walking into your fridge, taking a glass of orange juice and diluting it 95% before you drank it. It wouldn't have the full benefits of orange juice, and that's why you want grade A oils. Before you purchase, check to see if a company grows their own plants, owns their own fields, and controls the entire process from seed to seal, from the farm to the sealed bottle. Pesticides, pollution, previously farmed land, all of it can affect the quality of the oil. Young Livings are grade A. Why would you go to the extra step of using oils to get away from chemicals and then use an oil laden with chemicals? It makes no sense. One of the things that stand out to me is Young Living's seed to seal process. And this is why they're at the top of the list continually as far as one of the best companies. It's a promise of integrity. Gary Young has said that he never makes oil for profit. He makes it for a purpose. Seed to seal means each plant is hand weeded. There are no pesticides used, no chemicals, and no weed killers. The plants are harvested at their peak. They're then put through a vigorous testing process. The testing process isn't just done by Young Living. It's done by a third party. And usually there are, I think, 8 to 9 different tests that need to be passed. Young Living requires all tests to pass. Not 7 of 9, not 8 of 9, 9 of 9. Seed to seal means the plants are harvested at their peak and then go through the testing process. Then they go from the farm directly to your home. Seed to seal is not a slogan. It's a promise. And you can learn more about this by going to seedtoseal.com. Why do companies sell oils more cheaply? To save money. If you spray your crop with pesticides, you have more crops to distill. If you use a chemical solvent to extract the oil, you pull out more. If you dilute it with cheaper oil or carrier oil, you stretch the oil you have distilled. Most essential oils are sold more cheaply because companies cut corners. How are oils made? It takes a great deal of work to produce a tiny amount of essential oil. 60,000 rose blossoms provide only 1 ounce of rose oil, which explains why rose oil is pretty expensive. Lavender is abundant. 220 pounds will provide 7 pounds of oil. Jasmine flowers must be picked by hand before the sun becomes hot on the very first day they open, thus making it one of the most expensive oils in the world. It takes 8 million hand-picked blossoms to produce 2.2 pounds of oil. A sandalwood tree must be 30 years old and 30 feet high before it can be cut down for distillation. but a little goes a long way. Most oils are $10 to $30 a bottle. A 5 milliliter bottle, which is this size here, contains about 90 drops, and a 15 milliliter bottle contains about 250 drops. Each application is 1 to 3 drops. In my diffuser back here, I've got 2 drops of RC and a drop of lemon. And that will run for, about 4 hours. Meaning even a small bottle will get you 45 to 90 applications. Thieves Cleaner is made of plants only and costs about $1.50 a bottle for you to make. You can't even get that in an organic section at the grocery store. It replaces a multi-purpose cleaner, glass cleaner, and floor cleaner. If you want an organic version of cleaners, it would run you at least $4 to $6 a bottle. So I'm sure you're asking, are they safe? There are certain oils that are photosensitive, meaning you don't want to wear them and go outside. Those are mostly citrus oils like grapefruit, lemon, and lime. When using on your skin, always watch for redness and dilute with a carrier oil. Dilute oils on children because their skin is more permeable and absorbs the oils more quickly. And what is a carrier oil? It's a fatty oil like olive oil, coconut oil, almond oil, and its molecules are much larger than those of essential oils. And using a carrier oil with an essential oil slows down the rate the body can absorb the essential oil and get into your skin, but it's just as effective. You can become desensitized to oil if you use the same one day after day, so rotate them every 3 to 4 days. What about internal use of essential oils? NAHA, one of the top aromatherapy schools in the United States, doesn't advocate essential oils for internal use. Why? Well, most oil companies don't carry generally regarded as safe essential oils, which have been cleared by the FDA. NAHA also bases a lot of their decisions on the British model, which advocates topical use only. Many of the British studies are flawed, for example, done at extremely high doses or in ways the oils aren't used, like pouring an entire bottle of it inside your body. That's not the right way to test it. Young Living utilizes all 3 methods: British, French, and German. The French have been safely using some essential oils internally for decades. Young Living has created a special vitality line with distinctive labels so you can easily recognize which oils are safe to take internally. And as I mentioned, what is a carrier oil? Fatty oil like olive or coconut oil. And why use it? It makes your essential oils go further, for one thing. It doesn't make them less effective, but you can, spread a lot of the oil further across, your body. And it also slows down the absorption. Some oils are kind of warm, and such as thieves or oregano. And so you might want to diffuse those with, dilute those with the carrier oil. So basically just, try a test. Put a little bit of oil on your hand and then wait 10 to 20 minutes. And if you seem to feel, it's a little too warm or a little sensitive, put some carrier on it. V6 oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, almond oil, all of those are good carrier oils. Think about it. Look at the ingredient list of what you have in your bathroom and kitchen. Every day we put products on our skin, in our body, and breathe them. But many of those products contain damaging chemicals. Here in the United States, I think a lot of times there are chemicals in things and there's smaller amounts and everybody's like, well, yeah, those aren't good for you, but they're such a small amount. But when you put that chemical, that shampoo, whatever, on your body day after day after day, that adds up. And, you need to think about it. The average woman applies over 300 chemicals a day to our body just through soaps, makeup, shampoos, and hair products. And 80 of those products are applied every day before breakfast. So when you use Young Living's essential oils, you're using a product with one ingredient, like lemon, oregano, tangerine, no additives, and no chemical yuck. So where to start? I'm going to go through the oils that come with a Young Living starter kit. So you have a sense of, what's able to be done with just, 10 or 11 bottles of essential oils. Frankincense is one of the top skin oils. and it helps smooth the appearance of skin, a key ingredient in Young Living's Brain Power Essential Oil Blend, and diffused during prayer time to help with grounding and purpose. Lavender. You always want to go a little bit less in your diffuser. A drop or two goes a long way. Put in a drop or so. You know, if you think you need a little more, then add a little more. It's a little difficult to pull out a drop after you put it in. You know, unwind, get a better night's sleep. This was the first oil that Kevin and I started with diffusing in the bedroom. And both of us were really pretty doggone surprised that just diffusing lavender in the bedroom at night, turn it on when we go to bed, and the diffuser will run for, 4 or 6 hours, and then it will just automatically turn out when it's out of water. We slept better. It was like, wow, I hadn't had that great a night's sleep for a long time. So that was really like, wow, this does work. Put a few drops on the back of your neck or the bottom of your feet before bed. Put together a spray to spray on your pillow each night. It's safe for kids and pregnant women. It also provides seasonal relief. So this time of year, Kevin and I a lot of times struggle with all those seasonal things that are going on. So 2 drops, 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of peppermint, and 2 drops of lemon. And sometimes I'll diffuse it all day. Otherwise, I also put together a rollerball recipe, put that in a roller ball, put in some carrier oil. So then whenever those seasonal things are kicking up, I just take off the cap. I screwed it on pretty tight. Take off the cap, rub a little on. It does the trick. You know, it is pretty amazing. Peppermint. This is another great digestion one. It's milder than Diges, which we'll go over in a little bit. It helps your gastrointestinal if you've got too much acid, and just put a few drops on your stomach. As I mentioned, I mix Diges and peppermint together and take them in a capsule on a regular basis. It's also a little bit, it's good for your head. A little bit too much to drink some night. Next morning, put a few drops on your temples. You can also use a hot compress on your head. Put some peppermint here and then put a hot compress, and that water and that hot compress just drives that into your head. And water pushes it in and intensifies it. So it's a good thing to mention. If you put on some oil and it's really bothering you, don't wash it off with water. Instead, go get some carrier oil and rub it in. Otherwise, the water is just going to intensify it. Peppermint fumes are very powerful, so wonderful aroma. You can cook with it, use it in water, put it in some tea, and it can also cool down those hormones. You can put a few drops on your shoulder blades, maybe put a few on your feet before bed to help with those hot flashes. Purification. You can diffuse this to freshen the air and eliminate odors. Add to carrier oil to moisturize your skin, or soothing massage on your feet. Use in a spray to enjoy an annoyance-free outdoor summer experience. So we're going to be putting that in a spray bottle and taking it onto the deck with us this summer. We've used this and diffused it in the kitchen, especially after making those tacos. You know, you're fine, you clean up after dinner, and then a few minutes later, you go back in the kitchen and you go, man, still smell those tacos. So set up the diffuser, put in a few drops of purification, takes care of that problem. The other thing I do is I use it for ear support. I've set up a roller ball, essential oil and straight purification, and keep my ears healthy during the seasonal things too. I just rub a little, you know, side of my neck, next to my ears. That helps a lot. Thieves help support a healthy respiratory system and helps maintain overall wellness when taken as a dietary supplement. Add a drop to hot drinks for a spicy zing. It helps your immune system. Put a drop on your tongue, bottom of your feet. And that's a pretty kind of warm oil too, and so you might find if you put it on your tongue, you're like, ooh, wow, that's pretty potent. What I do is I've got it in roller ball. And as you might have realized, I have a lot of roller balls around the house for all sorts of things. And so every morning, Kevin and I each have a roller ball next to our bed, and every morning I rub Thieves on the bottom of my feet before I put my socks on. The other thing, I love the smell of it. So I'll put some on my wrist too each morning. It's kind of my morning perfume. You can also put a drop on your toothbrush and brush with it. I've heard some people say that it's helped minimize plaque on their teeth. You can put it in capsules and just, a few drops in the capsule each morning if you're not one that wants an oil on you. So many people are struggling with an immune system because of what they're eating. Sugar, processed food, that kills our immune system. Taking antibiotics are killing your immune system. So why not use an oil that helps with that? Stress Away. Oh, I love Stress Away. That is always sitting by my desk and with a roller ball on it. I love the smell of it. And I work here at the computer all day, and there are days where, well, I need Stress Away. And so I just pick that up and roll it on the back of my neck, sniff it a little, and stress away. Try and stay calm. Don't get agitated. It does help. It promotes wellness and, just an important part of our daily regimen. And that is one of the top essential oils. Lemon. Lemon's a citrus flavor that enhances the taste of food and water, and a key ingredient in thieves and Ningxia red. And it may also help support the immune system. Like I said, I put lemon on a regular basis in my water. That's one of the first ones that I started trying in water. And I drink more water now because the lemon just gives it a little bit of flavor. I travel with it. I don't go anywhere without it, and including my stainless steel bottle. Panaway. Apply this after exercise to soothe muscles, and it has a stimulating aroma. It smells like wintergreen because wintergreen's in it. Apply to the back of your neck for a soothing or aromatic experience, and it also supports the appearance of healthy skin color. I've heard that, if you get a bruise or something, put some Panaway on it, and that will help with that skin discoloration. Copaiba, that's just a great sounding oil, isn't it? And that supports overall wellness as well. And it also supports nearly every system in the body, including a great skin oil. That's also another one that helps, I think, compound or enhance other oils that you use. And so we've got another diffuser recipe that I've recently discovered that I absolutely love in my evening diffuser is Copaiba Copaiba lavender and Stress Away. Oh, it smells wonderful. And that Copaiba just helps enhance the benefit of those other two oils. Digites. You've heard me mention this several times. I kind of got this gut thing going all the time, just everything seems to bother me when I eat it, and I pay for it later. So this Digest, it works. It helps immensely. It's a top oil for supporting the digestive system. Add 2 drops along with a drop of peppermint to water for stimulating beverage. Can't say that I like the taste of that, but some people do. So as I mentioned, I put it in a capsule. You could also use this with Essential Zyme, one of Young Living's supplements, at every meal to support a wellness regimen. RC, that's one of the things that I'm diffusing now, supports a healthy respiratory system. Diffuse for a comforting aroma, and it contains eucalyptol. You can rub it on your feet and chest as well, and it encourages an atmosphere of comfort. So those are all the essential oils that come with a starter kit. Now I'm going to just cover a few other things that Young Living also has to offer. They offer chemical-free products. Look at the ingredient list of what you have in your bathroom and kitchen. Every day we put products on our skin, in our body, and breathe them. But many of these products contain damaging chemicals. Young Living has a line of thieves cleaning and health products. Dishwasher soap. No putting chemicals on your dishwasher, on your dishes. These products have thieves in them. So everywhere they are used, you get the benefit. I really hadn't thought about it before until you start reading on some of these things about you're cleaning your dishes with products that have chemicals on them. I'm sure they're not completely washed away by the time you get those dishes out of the dishwasher and put them in your cupboard, and then you're eating off of them. your kids, your family. It's like, ooh, yuck, hadn't thought of that before. So just, think about it. Think about all those things that we're using and how somehow, either through our hands or our mouth, chemicals are getting into our body. Dish soap has a great lemony smell. It doesn't foam up much, but that's because it has no chemicals in it. Laundry soap, you only need a little amount. And veggie cleaner, if you're on the go and you want to grab an apple somewhere and you don't know where it's been, keep that veggie cleaner or just a Thieves spray with you and spray on it and wipe it off, and you can eat it. No water needed because you don't have to rinse it off. None of us are perfect, and I can't, just say, oh, I'm replacing everything in my home with non-chemical, non-toxic cleaners. But over time, as I need more dishwasher soap, I'm going to replace it with the Thieves soap. I need more laundry soap. I can replace it with that. Over time, you can slowly, replace those products in your home. They also have health products like mouthwash. Some kids are using that as a toner, because puberty and all those face issues that they go with. Cough drops. We've been going through quite a few of those right now, non-Thieves cough drops, and I've got some coming. We need them. It shrinks the time you aren't feeling well. Each cough drop has a therapeutic grade oil in it, and it shrinks the time you're sick. They have toothpaste. I love their toothpaste. Think about it. Your family, your friends, your kids. Go look at a bottle of toothpaste and it says "do not swallow" and all sorts of other things that are in it that you can't pronounce, and you're getting that in your mouth every morning. Ooh, yuck. Not true with Thieves. Great toothpaste. Hand sanitizer. You can also floss with Thieves. If you want different health, you need to change something. If you want something that you've never had, you need to do something that you've never done. If you want your last 30 years to be amazing, what are you going to do to achieve it? I'm not young, but I still have plenty to go in me. And as I'm moving into those older years, I guess, I want to be healthy. We're looking at our healthcare. We don't know where it's going to be. So if I can change something now and make myself healthier and live longer and being able to enjoy those nieces and nephews and, just stay healthy, I'm willing to change. I'm willing to try something. Try things that work for you. Key thing is you need to try something for 90 days before saying it doesn't work. It takes 90 days for your cells to rejuvenate. Ningxia Red is an antioxidant powerhouse. This is a powerhouse to better health, and it has essential oils in it. It comes in packets to easy travel with. Here in our Young Living Starter Kit. Oh, sure, not gonna be able to get this out of here. Comes in little packets. It's best when chilled, but you don't have to. And I always take it when I travel. I travel on business quite a bit, so I make sure I take enough of these for the time that I'm gone. And it helps. It helps. There's no sugar in it. It aids and maintains healthy cell function, and healthy cells are being killed by our preservatives and stuff we're eating every day. And it kills the cells, and then we have diseases. This doesn't have sugar in it, and it's a natural support for energy. No crashes, no harmful side effects. There's 93% D-limonene, and that's a potent antioxidant. You could drink this all day long, and you'd still get a great sleep. But it sure has changed us. Once again, Kevin was like, "Ooh, not sure about that," but he started tasting it and trying it, and it was like, we feel better. We do have more energy, and we're only on, I think, probably the end of month 2 of trying it, and it's in the fridge all the time now. Highly recommend it. No side effects, no artificial flavors. It is a superfood. It's a whole food. It's basically like picking something from the garden. we wouldn't be as sick if we just ate whole food. And ages ago, they didn't have all the diseases and cancers. Well, that's because ages ago, they ate more naturally. I know when I was raised, excuse me, Mom made a homemade meal every night for dinner. We had, sandwiches and everything else. There wasn't this, preservatives and something out of a box every night, and not as much eating out. Excuse me. And basically, I don't want to be at the end of my game and think, wow, why didn't I change something to be healthier? What could I have done to have been healthier? I want to enjoy my life as long as I can. This supports eye health, liver function, circulatory system, immune system, keeps normal blood sugar levels, and a healthy brain function, and just promotes a sense of well-being. It also helps get you regular. It used to be that I'd always have to make sure I get that cup of coffee in the morning, and maybe an hour later. Not anymore. I start with my Ningxia Red, and to be blunt, 15 minutes later, if I took it before I took a shower, I'd be ready to go, which is really nice when you do a road trip and you're trying to leave the house and you're like, oh, I want to have everything taken care of before I leave. Ningxia Red, it's the best. Think of all the toxic stuff sitting in your colon. You need to get that stuff out of your system. Ningxia Red. The oxygen radical absorption capacity. This is a test developed by the USDA researchers. It's one of the most valuable methods for measuring the ability of antioxidants to absorb oxygen radicals. Look at this. Clear over here at the end. That's Ningxia Red. It's like off the charts. You need this every day. Amino acids, mineral, vitamins. If you aren't getting it through food, how are you getting them? And I apologize here for a minute. I dropped a cough drop and I don't want my dog to get it. So hopefully he won't find it because I can't find it. Amino acids, minerals, vitamins. If you aren't getting it through food, how are you getting them? Are you giving your kids something healthy? This is safe to give to your kids. I've heard mothers giving it to kids as young as 1 and 2 years old. Wolfberry is a superfood. Google it. Nitro, bring on the energy here. They've got Zing and Nitro. Nitro comes in little tubes of liquid. You just shake it up. Once again, just like the Ningxia Red, it's really easy to take with you. It supports cognitive alertness and fitness. It's a naturally occurring caffeine, and it increases athletic performance, endurance, and recovery. Take it instead of coffee. You'll think better. Kids need it before a big test, and it's better performance while working out. Don't let your kids stop at a fast food gas station for that quick, high energy pick-me-up drink. Keep this at home and get them used to using this. Wolfberries, they're great as a snack, kind of like, I suppose, like a cranberry. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to put it on my oatmeal and yogurt. It's a great way to add nutrition to your favorite foods and recipes. Zing, I like Zing. Kids are getting those rush beverages at gas stations. Get them to use this instead. It has minimal caffeine, and the caffeine it in is a good caffeine. It's kind of a light, sparkling, little bit citrusy beverage. We're getting pop out of the house, and we use this. When I road trip to Omaha a few weeks ago, I made sure I had Zing in the car. Because usually about halfway down, I'm usually looking for a Starbucks, a Caribou, somewhere I can get that cup of coffee to keep me going. Instead, I popped one of these Zings, and I hadn't really tried it before for that, and wow, tasted great, and it gave me that pickup I needed to get me the rest of the way to Omaha without coffee. It comes in a pack of 12, and it helps you get off that addiction of soda. Young Living does have other products, as I mentioned. They have personal care products, skin and hair products. They have kids care, specially formulated oils, bath products, skin products for kids. And they also have animal care. As you heard me mention, I've got a little dog, Toby, that runs around the house here, and they've got animal care products for them that we're going to give a try this summer. And also some of the regular essential oils and things can be used on your pet. Toby had been itching a paw, and so I took a drop of lemon and some coconut oil and put it on a Q-tip, and I rubbed it on that paw. I couldn't see anything wrong with it, didn't know why he was itching it, but put it on it, and it stopped the itching. Well, let's say this. It stopped him from chewing it on it, at least, whether he didn't like the taste of it or it maybe soothed him. Did that for a few days and problem gone. Why oils? Because you need them in your home as part of a simple chemical-free lifestyle. It's time to kick chemicals to the curb. Only you control what you allow across the threshold of your home. When you see what they do for your body and begin to kick chemicals out of every room in your house, it's impossible to walk into the home of your friends and family and not want to share them, especially when you see the ingredient list and the products they use every single day. You share it because you love and care for your friends and you want them to live a healthy life. I want them along for the ride, with me. When you take care of yourself, you can fully do what God has created you to do. So, I guess you're wondering then, how do you get involved with Young Living and their products? There are three ways that you can start. You can start with one of 3 starter kits. Most people start with the essential oils kit, the everyday oils kit, and you can order that. Or if you're interested in the energy of Ningxia Red, you can get a starter kit of that, or Thieves cleaning products, cleaning and health products that's starting with. Or you could get all 3. So the starter kits are one of the few things on Young Living sites that are basically half off. There are 11 bottles of therapeutic grade oils, the ones that I walked through with you. There's bottles to share with your family and friends. They give you these cute little share bottles. So when somebody comes to your house and wonders, what's that great smell? You can just put a little bit of that in a little bottle and share with them. There are 2 packets of the Ningxia Red with there. There's an Aroma Glide roll-on bottle to apply the oils on the go, and a diffuser. Each bottle has 90 drops of oil in it. That has 90 applications. So a starter kit really gets you started. By getting a starter kit, it gives you a lifetime wholesale membership also, and that means 24% off all of your oils for life. You can stay a wholesale member as long as you want. You just need to spend about $50 a year. There's no monthly order that you have to do. You buy your starter kit, you're set for a year. There's no annual membership, no monthly minimum. Once you get started, hopefully you'll find that they're as beneficial as I've discovered, and then you'll want to order, each year, or each month. But there's no requirement that you have to. If you decide, that you don't want anything for a year, your membership falls off. Nobody's going to bug you. Nothing else you need. Otherwise, you can start using and sharing with others. Essential Rewards is another benefit of Young Living. So if you want to, once you get your starter kit, you can start with Essential Rewards right away. The benefit of that is you get that 24% off, but then for the first 3 months of an Essential Rewards order, you're going to get 10% back. So you're getting even more back. And depending on how much you spend, you can get free oils. So I'll admit, I probably spend a fair amount each month. And so I'm getting 2 or 3 bottles of extra essential oils free every month. After the first 3 months, if you're still on Essential Rewards and still ordering, you're going to be bumped up to getting 20% back. So there's even more ways for you to get free oils. You also get a discount on your shipping through that. You can, so if you were to start with, deciding you wanted Ningxia Red each month, that's one of the key things that we started with. We just set it up so that it sends us Ningxia Red every month. Bingo, you're good to go. And then you'll save $8. 98% of the people that get involved with Young Living, they get it for themselves. But another way that you can kind of essentially pay for your starter kit is if you share the product. So you get your starter kit and figure out pretty quickly that, wow, I really like these and I want to share them with my friends and family. All you have to do is share with your friends, and if they get a starter kit, guess what? Young Living is going to send you a thank you check for $50. And so all you have to do is share with 3 friends, and bingo, you pretty much paid for your starter kit. And you've got them happy too. And if you want to share more, there's definitely business opportunities on that side. But to start with, just, get the oils and get started. It's really simple to order. All you need to do is go to youngliving.com and click on Become a Member in the upper right corner. And then it's going to ask you for a sponsor and enroller number. And go ahead and enter my number, 392-8699. And then the next page lets you pick out what kit you want. And you can also add extras. So my mom just ordered, and so she got the essential oils starter kit, but then she was also interested in having some more energy. And so she wanted to try the Ningxia Red. So we immediately got her set up with the essential rewards on her first order, and we added Ningxia Red to that order. That way she got that 10% back from the get-go, and then she was all set to go. And that way, the key thing with those essential rewards is it makes sure you're getting what you want each month and you don't forget. Because remember, it's going to take about 90 days to regenerate those cells and really know that these products are working for you. And this way, you don't forget. So she got that all set up. And then the cool thing is once she paid for it all, in her order, it showed that she got a free bottle of, last month was a free bottle of Tangerine, because she was on essential rewards, and her purchase put her over a limit to get a free bottle of oils. So wow, in her first order, she got, 10% savings on that Ningxia Red and another free bottle of oil. How great's that? You've also got the option to pay with different credit cards or PayPal. So if you want to pay over time using PayPal credit, that option is available too. And once I'm done here, this video I will get translated to a recording and put out on our Facebook event. And I will also post another video that walks you through the whole sign-up process, so you're completely comfortable with that. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me through the event or private message me. Otherwise, you can also reach either Kevin and I at vitalityabundant@gmail.com. So I really appreciate all of you for showing up for this class and being interested to see, what this is about and how you can live a healthier life. Thanks a lot.